Witam serdecznie na kolejnym odcinku ze Slay the Princess. Prawie mikrofon. Oczywiście kontynuujemy zabawę. I teraz tak. Będziemy próbowali dojść do trzeciego jakiegoś rozwiązania tego wszystkiego. Tutaj wiadomo, wszystko już rozmawialiśmy. Tak. Próbujmy tym razem cały czas odejść. Oddal się od chaty. Tak, i tutaj na razie jest to samo. Odejście. A może dobrze, wszyscy powinni umrzeć? Nie, dobra. Rusz dalej ścieżką. Aha, dobra. Dalej to jest to samo, co już mieliśmy? Tak. A znów ta chata, nic nie mogę. Czyżby? Cóż, zacznę iść w przeciwną stronę jeszcze raz. Zamierzam iść tak długo przez las, aż znajdę stąd wyjście.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Tych chat jest dużo.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Nieskończona ilość chat, nieważne gdzie pójdziemy.
Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Bez celu, no nie wiadomo ile się uczyliśmy. Okej, czyli szybko przeszliśmy do drugiego rozdziału.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
To jest mur?
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Mam okropne uczucie déjà vu.
A terrible sense of déjà vu. No, you don't have
Tak,
that.
to jakiś nowy głos nam się pewnie pojawi w głowie. Nie było nas tu wcześniej.
Remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Przekorny.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Dobra. Ostatnim razem tych ścian tutaj nie było. Nie możesz zmusić mnie, żebym wszedł do chaty.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Ma to sens, no. Oczywiście, że nie ma sensu w środku lasu stał mur. Jeżeli nie mogę uciec od chaty, w takim razie zostanę w lesie na zawsze. Zostań w lesie na zawsze. O, to jest ciekawa droga.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Zobowiązałeś się pomóc mi stać się całością. Nie możesz bardziej się oddalić. W milczeniu zmierzaj do chaty. Czyli już kolejny raz nie możemy stąd odejść. Dobra. Ani zostać. Musi mnie nas ostrzec. No czyli ta zawsze co zawsze.
Stop going in there. Maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Idź do chaty.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
No, jest dziwną składanką. Tutaj mamy jakieś kamienie, deski, okno takie, tu mamy takie okno. Tu jeszcze jakieś okno też jest, no bo tu mamy taki łuk, taki trochę bardziej szpiczasty. Tu mamy płaskie, tu też mamy płaskie. Tu belki, tu mur jest, tu deski. Tu znowu mur, no jest dosyć dziwnie.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table.
Mamy ostrze. Pytanie, czy tym razem je zabrać.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
No, ma to sens, no.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
A tak, bo my też nie możemy powtarzać ścieżek, które już były. To jest też ułatwienie, więc... dobra.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that when everything here is so wrong.
Coś taka dziura w tym klepisku jest. Tu są w sumie jakby korzenie. Też tak cały czas patrzę na to otoczenie. Jest dosyć dziwne, bym powiedział.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action save the
Ciekawe, czym się stała już królewna.
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Ciekawe.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Stresujące kształty geometryczne.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Ten przekorny jakby wiedział, co się może wydarzyć, takie mam wrażenie.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Mam wrażenie, że przekorny i narrator mają bardzo podobny głos. Nie wspomniałeś o lustrze na ścianie.
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Ciekawe jest to lustro cały czas.
There's definitely a mirror. there isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Czemu miałbyś kłamać o czymś takim, jaki jest w tym sens?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Podejść do lustra.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall.
Tak.
This really isn't funny.
Wyczyść lustro i lustro znika.
Reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know, but it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us.
Coś z tym lustrem będzie musiało być jeszcze. Dobra, weźmy ostrze.
Take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Mamy w ręce nóż. Chwyć ostrze w inny sposób.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Możemy wyrzucić ostrze przez okno, ale dobra, wejdźmy już do piwnicy. Z tym dziwnym chwytem.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
Nieskończona pętla schodów.
Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating
Nie
nothing.
tylko schody są nieskończone, ale też zapachy są nieskończone. No, jak pachnie wszystkim, to pachnie niczym, ale może być też faktycznie nieprzyjemny taki zapach.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Tak.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
No, bohater ma sens trochę.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Zepsuć humor narratorowi. Weźmy środkowe schody.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere.
Nawet nie wiemy, gdzie idziemy po tych schodach.
You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways.
No.
But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Ciekawe, że mamy przybitki z normalnego jakby wejścia do tej piwnicy.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination.
Nawet nóż nam zniknął, taka dziwna strzałka nam się pojawiła teraz. I koń.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems...
I inne oczy ma niż za pierwszym razem chyba. Przepraszam, nie zdawałem sobie sprawy, że tu jestem.
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me?
Już ona nie ma takiego miłego głosu.
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so blank. I have no idea who she is. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart. If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
I'm tired of waiting for an answer.
O, dobrze, czyli już mamy dwie.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. Where there was once just one of her, there is now
No
another.
łeb dostaje trochę.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
No ale też się zorientował, że coś tu nie gra.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here and you need to do it now.
Że wam, że nie jesteśmy już jej w stanie zabić, bo jest jej nieskończenie wiele, chociaż na razie tylko dwie widzimy.
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
No, to jest plan jakiś. Zejście tutaj było dziwne, jakbym był rozrywany ponownie składany od nowa. Czy wiesz, co się ze mną stało?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Każda, mam wrażenie, ma inną twarz. No, ta ma małe usta, ta jest smutna, ta jest...
You're not really
Też ma.
cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Też się zastanawiam, po co tu jestem. Jest was teraz więcej.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do, all chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start?
Dokładnie, od czego zabić? No jest 4, zabijemy jedną, jeszcze jedna się pojawi i tak nieskończoność będzie.
We would always start by stabbing her. Which her? Any of them.
Którejkolwiek.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine?
Sam proponował to.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Tu mamy 3 odpowiedzi naraz, ciekawe, ale spróbujmy się dowiedzieć jak najwięcej. Jak masz na imię?
Princess.
Królewna.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
Królewna.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Każda ma trochę inny charakter.
It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
None of them have names.
Mają ręce inaczej ułożone. Ta ma tutaj w ten sposób, czyli łańcuch i na dłoni drugą rękę połączono. Tu ma łańcuch tak samo, ale ma splecione dłonie. Ta ma rękę tak na tej samej wysokości i zasłania łańcuch. Ta ma bardziej przewieszoną tą rękę bez łańcucha.
How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Wiem. No mi tylko, że zamknięto cię tutaj nie bez powodu. Wiesz dlaczego tu jesteś?
Is this a quiz? You're the one who came down here and with a sharp, sharp knife, too.
Tak.
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it. Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Pojawił się demon.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different?
Tak.
Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Nie mogę już nic więcej podać, czyli mamy wszystkie odpowiedzi naraz. Spróbują uwolnić, zostawią mi uśmierć królewną.
Wait, that's not right.
Coś się nie zgadza.
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone.
Robimy wszystko jednocześnie.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Nawet jakieś dziwne monstra się z niej robią.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world, the princess collapse in on themselves before it
A
all
potem wszystko
falls apart.
łączy się w jedno.
I think he's gone.
Narrator zniknął.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
Oj.
You can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Będzie dobrze, zrobię co w mojej nocy. Nie sądzę, aby trzeba było naprawiać. Właśnie wszystko zniszczyłaś. Nie zamierzam cię naprawić. Zrobię co w mojej mocy. I lustro. Nigdy nie dowiesz się, czy usłyszała twoją odpowiedź. Odeszła, wracają, co ci pamięć.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Oczywiście, że się boisz, to tylko koniec dla ciebie, ale nie dla mnie. Wszystko będzie dobrze, zaufaj mi.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Do zobaczenia po drugiej stronie, będzie dobrze.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
Podejdź do lustra. Podchodzisz do lustra. Spójrz na własne odbicie. Zapada cisza, znów zniknęli. Lustro zawsze sprawia, że znikają, ale musisz się przekonać, co w nim widać. Nie, tak samo ostatnio wyglądaliśmy chyba. Znikłeś. Znów trafiasz do długiej ciszy. Udaj się do chaty. Jesteś w chacie. Podejdź do niej.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Trochę taka, nawet bym powiedział, fizyka kwantowa już wchodzi w to. No bo żeby wiedzieć, czym są, musimy spojrzeć na jedno, musimy sprawdzić stan, a reszta się z świata zmienia. Nie możemy wszystkiego naraz patrzeć. Oczywiście trochę tak mocno nadinterpretuję pewnie w tym wypadku i łączę to z fizyką kwantową, ale taka nieskończoność możliwości i opcji.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Nie możecie być sprzecznością. Sprzeczności nie istnieją.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Jak znosisz być sprzecznością?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Nie ma znaczenia, ile razy wrócę, co najmniej jedno z nas zawsze rani drugie. Czy to cię nie zmienia, czy to nie czyni cię kimś gorszym?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Nie, właściwie nie. To wszystko wydaje się tak odległe, gdzie jestem blisko ciebie.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Co sądzisz o tej powłoce?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Czy wiesz, co się stanie ze światem, które zostawimy za sobą?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Nie chcę jej zabijać, więc na razie o tym nie mówię. Czy wiesz, co będziesz chciała robić, gdy już skończymy?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Nadal nie dbasz o to, co ci przyniosę następnym razem?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Ile jeszcze powłok muszę ci przynieść?
We will know when we near our destination.
Jeszcze trochę tych zakończeń jest. Jestem gotów wrócić.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Ciemność i umieram.
You're on a path in the woods.
Dobrze, na dzisiaj to tyle. Kolejne zakończenie będziemy próbować robić w następnym odcinku. Mam nadzieję, że ten odcinek wam się spodobał i do następnego.